Thank you for joining me on the Joy for Jenna channel, creating a life-giving home with homemaking, thrifty treasures, and joyful living. So this episode, I'm going to lovingly refer to as the ugly painted chest. So there are a few things that I always look for when I am out thrifting, and that is unique storage. So while two of my children have long outgrown toys, I still have a little one who loves to play. So at any given moment in our home, the floors are typically splattered with Matchbox cars or Legos or whatever little craft project he's working on. So having toy storage that doesn't necessarily scream toy storage is important to me. So I picked this up on a recent trip to Goodwill. It was $3.99. I really liked the way that it looked. Of course, I didn't like the way that it was painted. So let me explain a little bit. This chest had red spray paint and some type of a heavy glitter paint. And when I say heavy glitter paint, I mean that the silver paint was all glitter and it was like stuck into the paint. So I couldn't just like scrape it off like I had hoped. It was literally just coated. It was on there and it wasn't coming off. So my original vision for this chest, in terms of getting all of the paint off and then kind of bringing it back to a more natural look, quickly dissolved, and I wasn't quite sure what to do. So I had this leftover brown paint from the chair project I did a couple days ago, and I thought, all right, well, let's see how this goes. So I hoped to paint this to make it look more natural, like the brown leather. I quickly realized that this wasn't going to turn out the way that I had wanted, but you win some and you lose some, right? And I did want the storage, so I bought it. I have the paint. I'm fully committed at this point. So that's what I'm doing here. And you'll see as the video goes on, this was really tricky, and ultimately it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. It was kind of messy and blotchy, and you can tell that it was painted, and I don't know. I'm just not that crazy about it. However, I did end up styling it and using it. It's in my living room now, and it's being used for the purpose that I bought it for, and that is toy storage. And I have it there. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it there. I don't know. Maybe it will grow on me, but this was just one of those DIY pieces that I'm not really crazy about. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to share this video, but you know what? It's important to share the losses and the wins. So here I am. And that brings me to more about this channel that I want to share with you. This process is the life-giving home. And that means creating a place of belonging and becoming. And over the past year and a half, I have been on this journey of healing and kind of learning my role now in a new state. And as a mother that doesn't have all little ones anymore, it's really a weird place to be as a woman. I got married really young and we wanted to start a family right away, which we did. And so now I have 3 children, 2 of which are, one is a teenager, one is becoming a teenager, and my youngest is 7 years old. So my days of scheduling naps and my life revolving around diapers and bottles and nursing and everything are over. And so I'm finding this time to be a time where I'm really focusing inward, and I'm focusing on home more and more, and the process of homemaking and of just creating a beautiful life for my family. And I really love doing that by finding pieces like this, even though it is ugly, bringing them in my house and just kind of styling them and loving on them and just creating a cozy environment for my family to make memories. And that is a really important part of the process. Now, on this channel, I'll be sharing thrift hauls and kind of some funny stories, things that I've run into, pieces that I got that I thought were one thing and turned out to be another. You'll see in an upcoming video what I'm talking about. But anyway, bringing in pieces that are love and that have a story and that are conversation starters, I love. And I just didn't want to have a home that looked like everybody else's. I wanted my home to be a reflection of things that I loved. So while I don't necessarily have one design style, I do tend to lean more towards cottagecore and vintage and a little farmhouse, but not so much. I'm really, really more into just bringing in pieces that I love. And it turns out I love vintage. I tend to replace things and switch things out, especially seasonally. I love to have a home that reflects the season. So behind me here, you'll see part of my gallery wall. And what I have been doing is I change up the pictures to reflect the seasons. So as we head into spring, I'll bring in more color. I'll bring in more landscape. I'll bring in more florals. And then as the seasons turn, that will also be reflected in the gallery wall. And that's also something that I'm always looking for while I'm thrifting are, just pieces of art that reflect the seasons, the landscape, the area, or just things that I love. And that's what I love about my style in my home now is that there's no rhyme or reason. If I like it, I'm going to bring it in. And it does kind of just work all together. And I just want to share this journey of creating the life-giving home, creating a place of belonging and becoming a place to create joy, whether that be with fresh flowers in a pitcher on your kitchen table, or a quiet cup of tea, or doing a DIY project, or finding something great at the thrift store and sharing it. Just really sharing this journey, sharing my heart, and hoping that it will inspire others to focus inward, to focus on your family, on creating a home, on whatever budget you might have. It can be accomplished. And I hope to inspire through all the hits and all the misses and just really be a creative outlet, so to speak. And with that, share my journey of healing through my home and of finding a place of peace and of being a place of peace, a place where family is welcome and they feel comfortable and we can just open our hearts to one another. That was really important to me in creating a home. And so you never know what you're going to find here. And here I am just finishing this project. So as you can see, when I had turned the chest over, the top was just really funky. And I don't know, this piece kind of came out pretty wild. I'm not too crazy about it, as you can tell, but it will lovingly be referred to now as the ugly painted chest. I did include some pictures of it styled and in the space that I had originally intended on it going, and that is in the corner by our fireplace in our living room. And it's being used for toy storage. It's already full, Matchbox cars and Legos and all of his little treasures. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep it there for because it's going to have to grow on me. I'm not crazy about the random paint and I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. What do you think about this piece? Should I take it out? I don't know. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you are learning a little bit more about me, about my style, about these, crazy random projects. And I hope that you will like and subscribe and share and comment. And I would love to hear about your journey and your home and your homemaking ideas and tips. And I hope that we can draw inspiration from one another. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Joy for Jenna channel. and I hope that you will come back for my next project or adventure. Have a blessed day.
Why are you so fanciful? Why do you make everything seem so special?
Because it is.
Thank you.